You've been lied to about the law of attraction. Not just misled, lied to. You were told all you had to do was think positive thoughts, visualize what you want, and it would magically appear. Just imagine a better life, and the universe would somehow bend reality in your favor. But here's the dark truth they won't say out loud. It's not working for most people, and deep down, you probably already know that. How many people have made vision boards filled with mansions, luxury cars, and soulmates, only to wake up every day in the same reality, stuck, frustrated, silently wondering, what's wrong with me? The answer isn't that you're doing it wrong. The answer is that you were given a distorted version of a powerful truth, one that was sugar-coated, commercialized, and sold back to you as a fantasy. Let's break this illusion, piece by piece. The law of attraction isn't a shortcut. It's not a magical vending machine for dreams. It's a psychological process rooted in how your mind filters reality, how your brain seeks patterns, and how your beliefs shape your behaviors, often without you realizing it. And unless you understand the mechanics of it, all the affirmations in the world won't change a thing. Think about this. What happens when you constantly tell yourself, I'm rich, I'm successful, I'm abundant, but your subconscious mind is screaming back, no, you're not. That internal war creates cognitive dissonance. And your subconscious, the part of your mind that truly runs your life, always wins. Because while you're repeating mantras, your identity is silently sabotaging you from within. This is what they don't tell you. The law of attraction only works when your conscious desires align with your subconscious programming. And reprogramming that inner system isn't about wishful thinking. It's about shadow work, deep reflection, unlearning toxic beliefs, and facing emotional truths you've been avoiding for years. You want to attract wealth. You have to first examine your relationship with money, not on the surface, but in your core beliefs. Were you raised to think rich people are greedy? Is that money hard to get? That you're unworthy of abundance? Every single one of those beliefs acts like an invisible wall between you and the life you're trying to manifest. But here's where it gets deeper. The law of attraction doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to who you are. Not who you pretend to be for 10 minutes during a visualization session, but who you are being 24 hours a day. Your emotions, your self-concept, your fears, your patterns, that's what the universe, or your reality, reflects to you. Imagine reality as a mirror. You don't change your reflection by yelling affirmations at the glass. You change it by changing what stands in front of it. So, why is this truth so often hidden? Because selling the illusion is easier than selling the work. It's more profitable to convince you that happiness is just one positive thought away. But deep transformation doesn't come in Instagram quotes or 2-minute meditations. It comes from peeling back the layers of your psyche and confronting what's been hiding in the dark. Let me give you an example. Suppose someone grew up constantly being told they weren't good enough. Maybe it wasn't even said out loud, but felt in rejection, neglect, or subtle comparisons. That person might grow up chasing success, using the law of attraction to manifest validation. But no matter how much they try to raise their vibration, they feel blocked. Why? Because they're not manifesting from empowerment. They're manifesting from lack, from pain, from the silent belief that they must earn love by becoming someone else. Until that wound is healed, no amount of positive thinking will stick. That's why trauma work matters in manifestation. That's why your nervous system plays a role. You cannot manifest a life of peace if your body is stuck in survival mode. You cannot call in abundance if your mind is wired to expect loss. This is not about magic. This is about mental and emotional reality. But there's hope, and it's more real than the fantasy. Once you stop chasing external miracles and start looking inward, once you stop outsourcing your power to the universe and start owning your internal world, you'll see how the law of attraction works. It's not about getting what you want. It's about becoming the version of you who naturally receives it. That means confronting your limiting beliefs. That means asking yourself questions that hurt, like, what do I believe I deserve? Or, who taught me to settle for less? That means recognizing when your desires are fueled by insecurity rather than authenticity. It also means learning to feel deeply. Most people try to manifest from the neck up, but your mind is only one part of the equation. Emotion is the true language of the subconscious. And if you've been suppressing fear, guilt, shame, or grief, those frequencies will override any conscious intentions. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are emotionally prepared to receive. And here's the twist. Sometimes, not getting what you want is the most aligned thing that could happen. Sometimes, the universe isn't ignoring you. It's protecting you from a path that's not truly yours. Or it's reflecting the exact patterns you need to heal. Let that sink in. The rejection you felt, it mirrored your self-rejection, the chaos you encountered. It echoed the unhealed trauma inside you, the delay in your dreams. It wasn't punishment, it was precision. So maybe the law of attraction isn't broken. Maybe it's brutally honest. It doesn't give you what you beg for. It gives you what aligns with your internal state. It gives you what confirms your deepest truth, whether you like that truth or not. And that's where real power begins. When you realize that your external reality is a reflection of your internal world, you stop trying to manipulate outcomes and start transforming yourself. You stop obsessing over results and start mastering your inner frequency. Because alignment isn't about pretending to be positive. It's about becoming coherent emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Coherence is when your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in sync. When you believe something deeply, feel it fully, and act on it, that's when the world shifts around you. That's when the mirror finally changes. But let's be honest. This kind of alignment requires courage. It demands vulnerability. It means being willing to sit with discomfort instead of running from it. It means admitting that the law of attraction was never a shortcut. It was a mirror, a challenge, a radical invitation to evolve. And most people don't want that. They want the fantasy, not the fire. But if you're still here, listening, feeling something stir inside you, then maybe you're one of the few ready to go deeper. Maybe you're ready to stop looking for hacks and start reclaiming your mind, not as a victim, but as a creator. So, what does it mean to reclaim your power? It means realizing that your life is not being dictated by fate, luck, or even the universe's mysterious whims. It's being shaped moment to moment by your beliefs, your patterns, your expectations, most of which were programmed into you long before you were even aware of them. The law of attraction isn't external. It's not a force outside of you. It's your mind, filtered through the lens of your emotional history, projecting itself into the world and calling that reflection reality. That's why changing your life isn't about changing the world. It's about changing how you see the world. And that starts by questioning everything you were taught to believe. Who told you that life has to be hard? Who convinced you that love has to be earned? Who made you believe that you're only valuable when you're productive, successful, or pleasing others? Those beliefs didn't start with you, but they live inside you now. And as long as they remain unexamined, they'll continue to manifest your life in quiet, invisible ways. But there's a moment, and maybe this is yours, when something cracks open. When you stop asking, "Why isn't this working?" and start asking, "What inside me believes I can't have this?" That question is powerful, because it takes you out of blame and into responsibility. And responsibility is where your freedom begins. You don't need to fake positivity. You don't need to force a smile while you're breaking down inside. You need honesty. You need emotional clarity. You need to feel what's real, even when it hurts. And here's the paradox. Once you allow yourself to fully feel your pain, your fear, your loneliness, you stop manifesting those energies. Because what you resist persists. But what you embrace transforms. You can't heal what you're unwilling to face. So maybe the truth about the law of attraction is this. It's not a secret formula to control life. It's a mirror to evolve your consciousness. You are not here to manipulate outcomes. You are here to become so radically aligned with your truth that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right paths unfold naturally. Because they are attracted to your authentic frequency, not your forced fantasy. But let's go even deeper. Ask yourself, what are you trying to manifest, and why? Is it because you believe it will finally make you feel whole, loved, seen, safe? That belief is the lie. Nothing external will ever fill the internal void. That's not how the mind works. The more you chase fulfillment outside of yourself, the more you reinforce the feeling that it's missing. And here's the brutal irony. You're trying to manifest from a wound. But wounds don't create. They repeat. Real manifestation begins when you stop chasing what you want and start becoming what you need. You don't manifest love by begging the universe for a partner. You become love through self-acceptance, boundaries, compassion, and healing. And then love comes. Naturally. You don't manifest success by obsessing over status. You become successful by stepping into purpose, discipline, and alignment. And then the doors open. You don't manifest peace by running from chaos. You become peaceful by sitting with your shadows, by grounding your nervous system, by rewriting your narrative. And then the chaos ends. It's never been about controlling life. It's about becoming the version of you that life naturally responds to. Because here's the truth, you are always manifesting. Every second, every thought, every emotional reaction, every belief you silently carry. The question isn't if you're manifesting, it's what your inner state is attracting on autopilot. That's why awareness is everything. If you're not aware of your patterns, you'll repeat them endlessly and call it destiny. You'll keep attracting the same pain, the same lessons, the same disappointments, not because you're cursed, but because your unconscious beliefs are running the show. But once you see the pattern, once you trace it to its root and choose something new, you break the cycle. And that's when life begins to shift, not overnight, not with glitter and fireworks, but slowly, steadily, deeply. You'll begin to notice that the people who once drained you no longer have access. The chaos that once followed you starts to fade. That the opportunities you once thought were impossible begin to appear, not as miracles, but as mirrors. Because now, your inner world matches the life you've always dreamed of living. And that's the ultimate secret. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. So ask yourself now, who are you choosing to be? Are you still clinging to a broken identity? Still trying to manifest from wounds, from scarcity, from fear of not being enough? Or are you ready to become someone new, not someone fake, not someone perfect, but someone is true? That version of you, the real one, doesn't need to beg the universe. That version simply exists. And the world reshapes itself to match him. You've been lied to about the law of attraction, but the truth is better, because it puts the power back where it belongs, not in a vision board, not in a crystal, not in a YouTube affirmation loop, but in you, in your breath, in your choices, in your willingness to heal, in your courage to let go of the story that says you're not enough, because once that story dies, the real you begins, and that version of you, he doesn't chase, he attracts. So I want to ask you something, right here, right now. What belief are you ready to let go of today? What truth are you ready to face? Drop it in the comments. Let it out. Let this be the moment your life started to shift. If you felt something in this video, if something clicked or broke open inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, like this video, and subscribe if you're ready to go deeper into the psychology of truth, healing, and personal power, because this is just the beginning. You've spent enough time living in illusion. It's time to return to your power. Let's go.